Hey guys, this is Knifecity, and unfortunately due to personal issues and time constraints, this episode is going to be posted a couple days late, and for better or worse, it's going to be unedited. So enjoy.
If Lands Could Kill, featuring Knifecity, Ryke, Samhain Crow, and Hot Sauce.
And welcome to another episode of If Lands Could Kill. I'm Knifecity.
This is Ryke.
Samhain Crow,
Hot Sauce.
and
PeppermintSwirl.
he's chilling in a
Get
fucking
back in the
lounge chair.
corner.
A mile away. Hello.
Yeah, we put him in the corner so you can't hear him vape. But this is episode 39 of If Lands Could Kill, if I remember correctly.
Sounds right.
We've been a little here and there with our podcast lately. We've had some scheduling issues and whatnot, and actually the reason why we missed last week's is because of motherfucking GP Vegas.
Which is going to be like half of this podcast.
Yeah,
so be ready
so-
for that.
Yeah, if you don't like GP Vegas, you probably turn
Yeah.
this shit off right now.
So go ahead and stick around for that. But in the meantime, let's check in with everybody and see how their week's been. Ryke.
It's been pretty good. I've actually been playing a new game for the first time in fucking
Whoa,
forever.
here we go.
I think you have it, Crow. It's The Witcher 3, which is game of the year. Hands down. My game of the year, fucking bar none.
Goddamn June, settle down.
Yeah, no, I don't care. Any other game that comes out will not beat The Witcher 3.
Okay.
This game is
what platform are you playing it on?
fan-fucking-tastic.
I'm glad to hear you're excited about it too. I thought when we did the two-man cast. About
Did you guys
Witcher
talk
2.
about it?
Yeah, because I just bought Witcher 2 and Witcher 3, and Witcher 2 is actually so good that I haven't.
Yeah.
I had bought that. I've had Witcher 3 since day one of it coming out. I still haven't taken it out of the plastics. I'm still playing Witcher 2 because Witcher 2 is so good.
Oh, so you haven't beat
I
Witcher
actually
2
wanna
yet?
Finish it. Yeah.
Okay, I won't say anything then. Because I
I haven't played it yet, so don't go too
I
far on
have
that.
played through Witcher 2, and that is a really good game. But, yeah.
What are you playing it on?
So I'm playing Witcher 3 on the PC. So I have Witcher 2 and Witcher 3 on the PC. I didn't play Witcher 1, but I heard it was okay. So again, essentially it's a game made by like some Polish developer called CD Projekt with a K. Right. Yeah, because it's how you spell project. But, no, like, this game is like such a big deal. Like, I think like fucking, like, the prime minister or whatever of Poland, like, is like fucking just like super hyped about this game. It's like, do the game, I represent my country.
That is not a Polish
There's
accent.
also a 16-year-old boy.
And he has,
There's a lot of reasons why there's a lot of Polish jokes out there.
yeah,
That's,
and his last name ends with a ski somewhere. But no, I'm playing Witcher 3. It's fucking amazing. Check it out if you haven't played it yet. It is by hands down like my game of the year, and I will probably play a few more games this year.
Why? Why is it the game of the year?
I don't want to go too much into it because he hasn't played
How about
Witcher
like
2.
combat?
Combat is amazing. So I want to say this. I played Witcher 2. I probably picked it up like a couple years ago when it was on the Steam sale. And I played Witcher 2 for like maybe an hour or two into it. And I said, this game is fucking awful. I hate this game, Witcher 2. And I just put it away and didn't play it for like a year.
It takes a hot minute to get used to the combat style because it's very different style of combat than what you've ever really played.
Yeah.
So it's like just little functionalities to it that makes it a little strange, but as soon as you get used to it.
Yeah, so when I heard about Witcher 3 was like being made and coming out, I was like, you know what, I probably should give this, like I heard like people say Witcher 2 is really good, like a really good game. You just gotta get past like the first couple hours of it and then it really opens up. So, but I was reading online like people saying like, yeah, cause I was playing on the PC with the keyboard and mouse and people were like, no, you have to play this game with a Xbox controller or a gamepad or whatever you want to call it. So I ended up, what was it? A couple months ago I ended up playing through it all the way. It might have been maybe more than a couple months ago, but I pretty much beat The Witcher 2, and the combat in the game was really hard to get into in Witcher 2. So it is definitely something that's like I was getting my ass kicked. I thought like, I was playing on normal, and it was like it's still a really hard game. I'd run into like certain spots where I couldn't beat it unless I like had to try it like 5 times over and over again until I finally learned out like, oh, I just can't be like I'm gonna go balls out, like swing and just like kill everyone. You actually have to like go into each situation like strategically and tactically. And there's like potions and stuff that you can take. And so The Witcher is like he's pretty much a mutant character that kills like monsters and ghouls and specters and all this shit. And he goes around. He's hired by people to kill these monsters and shit. So he uses like silver sword to kill monsters. He has like a regular sword to kill humans, and he uses a combination between potions and and bombs to pretty much like accent his abilities.
And magic.
And magic too, like a little bit of magic. But essentially what I'm getting at is the game, like you can't just like stop in the middle of a fight and be like, oh, I need a potion to bolster my attack versus specters or something like that. You actually have to like, before you even get in the fight in Witcher 2, you have to like do this meditation and drink your potions beforehand before you even get into combat.
Same thing with healing.
Yeah, and healing too. Yeah. So you have to like kind of like expect to know what you're going into fight before you even do it if you want to get the little edge on that. But yeah, the combo was really, really bad for me at first until I picked up the controller, and then once I learned how the whole mechanic is and like not to go balls deep and just like, I play this like an action game. Well, it's still an action game, but like just go in like I'm invincible and I just cut everybody down. Yeah. I actually started liking it, and the story was really good in Witcher 2. I think it's based on a book.
I think they have a comic series for the.
Yeah, it was a comic series, or it was originally as a book, and then they took the story from it and made it into a game. But Witcher 2 was awesome. The story's amazing. And then Witcher 3 is like that, but to the 10th degree.
How about those sex scenes too, though?
Yeah, it's like the only game
nice tits in that game.
does like sex scenes that I don't like feel like cringeworthy. They're actually like pretty decent, like fucking sex scenes and like models. Like
you're telling the Witcher like, get it, bro? Yeah, get it.
I'm like, hell yeah, pound that.
Doing this one chick from behind, just going for it. She's moaning. It's like, damn, they went full deep in this cutscene.
They're not playing around. It's not like Mass Effect, like, oh, there's a little side boob of like alien side boob. But they actually like, at full bore on this. But, no, it's a really good game. Witcher 3's got great combat. It's open world as opposed to the second and the first one, which were, it's kind of open world in it, but it's really, you kind of go down corridors and like different zones. But this one's pretty much, I think it's like 3 times the size of Skyrim.
Oh, wow.
When you break it down to like square kilometers or miles.
Skyrim's huge too.
Yeah, Skyrim's big. Crazy. It's like, I think like 1.5 times the size of, GTA 5. So it's like 20 square miles bigger or something like that, or 15 square, whatever it works out to. But it's a huge game. It reminds me a ton of like all the best stuff you like in the open world games, and just kind of combined into one with this awesome story and this awesome setting and these awesome, digital boobs that they throw in there every so often.
So you're saying it's like a little bit better than Duke Nukem?
Yeah.
In regards to digital boobs.
Duke Nukem Forever was like probably like a 7 on the boob digital to scale ratio.
Of course.
7?
Yeah, like a 7.
Well, like when you're at that age, it's a 7.
Yeah, when you're there, like, and you love like pixelated, like, you could go back if you're like one of those, like purists of like the digital age. But I mean, like when you're, a 10-year-old playing Duke Nukem, and you're like, these things have boobs. This is amazing.
All my money is going to be drained. All my $5 is going into these titties.
Back in the day with the older TVs and trying to like find like the porn channel and watching through the distorted screen trying to see the tits.
See, that's disgusting. We're just talking about video game boobs, okay? God damn it.
Real tits don't do it.
Start this cast over.
Yeah, restart it. But no, it's really good. And
they got any dog dicks in it? Dogs humping? If the humping is good for the humans, is it good for the dogs?
It's got to be good for the dogs. It's probably better for the dogs, actually.
At one point, you can fuck a succubus, and she's got like a tail and hooves.
Try and say that 3 times fast. Fuck a succubus. That's kind of...
Fuck a succubus. Fuck a succubus.
Suck a fuckubus.
Suck a succubus.
Yeah, this game is definitely like... The story-wise, I think if you really like story games, like it's comparable to Mass Effect series, like in the way that they portray and tell the story. Just kind of the whole like cinema feel of it. Like there is a lot of like dialogue in this game. If you don't like dialogue heavy games, you probably won't like the story, like going through the story of this.
Well, I almost disagree because I'm not a huge fan on constant dialogue. It gets like Final Fantasy can be too much a lot of times, things like that.
Yeah, well, it's not Final Fantasy level, not nearly.
Yeah, but I mean, that's an example of like a shitload of dialogue. This seems like because the cinema with a storyline is so good, it really doesn't bother you that much because it's actually a cool story that you want to know what's happening.
Yeah.
Like the whole time he has amnesia and you're trying to figure out what happened to him and why everybody knows him, but
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck?
No, that was the twist, dude.
No, it tells you right away.
Bruce Willis was a ghost.
Oh my god, I hated that movie. No, actually it's funny because they have on YouTube they have a full cinematic story of the Witcher 2, like of the game, like not of gameplay, but all the fucking cinematic cutscenes. from start to end, and it's 5 hours, like 20 minutes long.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's literally 5 hours of like cutscenes.
I have a long time to go in that
all
game.
the dialogue. So I'm like, if you're really like, you want to catch up on this game, I need to know about this story, you can watch 5 hours on YouTube.
Is Witcher 2 same thing, like massive open?
No, Witcher 2 it's like quasi open world where you go into certain like areas or sectors and you can have a little bit of free reign in that area, but it's mainly kind of funnels you through.
So it's kind of like half linear, half open.
Yeah, but this Witcher 3 is pretty much pure open world, and you get like a horse to ride around on and stuff like that. But you can still fast travel, which I'm glad they have fast travel, because in the second one they didn't have fast travel. So if you wanted to get from like a town from like in the swamp back to the town, you had to fucking run through the whole swamp again, and it was kind of annoying. But no, this game is a game of the year for me, and I've just been playing that like hardcore, nonstop, and it is I recommend.
Beautiful.
I recommend.
Beautiful miss.
And other than that, just working my ass off. I'm fucking just getting hammered at my job right now, not in the good way. And
Filing sexual harassment.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they keep groping my balls every day, and I don't know how to go about it.
Makes you very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it does. So, but that's me.
It was comportable at first.
Yeah.
And
I thought they were just being general, like just nice, like welcoming, like that's thank you. And now it's just like, okay, you're gonna they hurt.
Yeah. Crossing the line.
I'm all jacked.
Yeah, they're all blistered now. Thanks. No, that's me though.
What about you, Crow?
My 2 weeks here have been pretty eventful and a lot of fun. I mean, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to GP Vegas because the 30th was my son's three-year-old birthday party. So that ended up being a very good day. You know, the wife did a good job sitting in the backyard. We just had it there, and he's into dinosaurs, got all kinds of dinosaur shit. He's been attacking me nonstop. It's been a lot of fun. And other than that, like, I was watching some stream, and this new guy just came across. It was a Magic stream. Sitting there watching, and he ends up doing one of the giveaways. So I'm sitting there, and, you know, sometimes they do the raffle and whatnot, throw your name in there. I ended up, he's like, I'm going to open this pack on stream, and the winner of the raffle gets the rare, and I'll send it out to you. And I ended up actually winning, so he pulled in a Tarka's Command, so it's in the mail on the way to me.
It's actual, like, decent...
and I'm like, oh, sweet.
Nice. Something that's actually worth, like, paying the $2 to ship or
that's
send.
sick. Oh, yeah.
So that was pretty cool. I also got a new playmat, has Darth Vader riding a Charizard on it, which I'm fucking stoked about because it's pretty fucking sweet.
It looks like it was drawn in like pen. Someone just like
it's somebody. It's online.
Sketch,
you can actually search it and find a meme
You
of
should
it.
post that up on Twitter.
Yeah, I will. I love it. I just got it in today, so I'm
Yeah,
not
post it in the
do
show
that.
notes.
In the show notes.
So it says...
It says, I have Darth Vader riding a Charizard. Your argument is invalid.
Perfect. And it looks pretty epic. Yeah.
I love it, man. So, from the time of video games, though, they just released a couple of trailers for XCOM 2, which I love that fucking game.
Dude, this one looks a lot better, to be honest. Like, the environments in the first one were, like, pretty bland. I mean, it was all about, like, the combat and strategy, so you didn't really care. But now, there's, like, a lot more to it, I feel like, so I'm very excited to play.
Now?
Yeah, like, the enemy system seems very complex now. There's, like, a lot of stuff, a lot of variation. Yeah, it just seems like they really enhanced the game. Because the first one that was the main complaint, was, like, the story, plus, like, it was very repetitive for missions, so.
Yeah. Before we go too far, Crow, I have to say, I retract my statement about Game of the Year, Witcher 3. I am going to move that.
No, but that's next year.
No.
Thinking of.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's next year, I think, isn't it?
Fallout 4?
Yeah.
Well, that's next year, and on top of Fallout 4.
Oh my god.
I think it's next year.
If it's this year, I retract this
I'm
statement.
pretty sure it's late this year.
Okay.
Because I'll probably break that statement if it comes out this year.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to, because, yeah, I got my wife into the Fallout series, so she's all pumped for it, too. She's been all excited, and saw that. She actually saw the release video before I did. I was like, oh, shit, you're on it, babe. So, besides that, though, the day Modern Masters 2015 came out, I went down to one of our local shops and bought just 3 packs just to check it out, and opened the first 2, didn't get anything all that cool. Opened the 3rd pack and pulled a fucking Tarmogoyf. I fucking got all like hyped up and like all jittery, like, oh my god, I really just fucking pulled it.
Cool, $160.
Yeah, no shit.
So that was fucking sweet. But then on my son's birthday, after it was all said and done and everybody leaves, my wife's giving my son a bath, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go down to the store, get a couple drinks. And I was like, fuck it. I got time to go down to the other card shop. Went down there, bought 2 packs of Modern Masters, and pulled another Tarmogoyf.
Boo!
Boo this man!
Back-to-back world champion!
So fucking good, dude.
Oh, so you guys had your fun story in Vegas. I got 2 Tarmogoyfs.
No, we lost money.
You came out on top on that one.
Hell yeah. Could have paid for
that
it.
was great,
yeah.
So it's been
crazy.
pretty sweet week. And plus I got some really cool looking Joker sleeves for my deck here, so
nice.
I had a pretty good a couple of weeks here since our last cast.
And it's the new Joker with the damage tattoo on his forehead, right?
No. I would say not. No, it's like Joker and he has like the symbols of Batman and red in his eyes and his like head is like evaporating into bats. It's pretty cool artwork. I like it.
I like that.
I love when my head evaporates. It's a great feeling.
It's only where I can come.
Whoa! Hey-o. Other than that, I'm playing some EDH with a couple different friends and joining some other play groups, and Deck's been doing well with that. So I've been getting Magic in, video games in, and
it sounds
son's
like
birthday.
a
So
full week.
It's been a good time.
I still think you should have ditched your son's birthday. I mean, he's not even going to remember it.
He's going to have so many more birthdays.
Honestly, this is the first one I remember. He was so excited. Like this time going downstairs, seeing all his presents, and seeing the dinosaurs, and he was very excited. My buddy actually probably got him one of like the best gifts. He got him like a Michelangelo like turtle shell with nunchucks and a mask. He's running around beating him up with his nunchucks and shit. It was great.
Nice.
So it was a really good time. But I believe me, I wish I was gone to Vegas as well. But
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time.
No way the wife was wanting me to do that one.
Nah, I can understand. That's why I'm never having kids. That's it.
Fuckers keep me from magic.
Yeah.
How are you doing this week, Hot Sauce?
So I will start with a little show and tell. You ready? You ready?
Let me just whip this
You ready?
out.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, nice.
And it gets a little better. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh! 2 tattoos in Vegas.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, not in Vegas. I got this like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it'd be almost 2 weeks ago. So for those that we're not doing a video podcast, so I got the Imperial symbol, the Galactic Empire symbol from Star Wars on back of my, what do you want to call this? My tricep or whatever. Yep. And then not back of the tricep. That's weird. That's top.
Inside.
Inside.
And then below that, or I guess closer to my armpit, I got a fucking planes tattoo.
Yeah.
My girlfriend was super happy to see that. My girlfriend does not like magic, so when she saw that, she's already weird about the Star Wars one. She's like, I know you like Star Wars, but like, why'd you get a tattoo of it? I'm like, gives a fuck. Like, and then saw the magic one. She's like, oh my god. She went quiet, honestly. She didn't even say like, oh, that sucks. She was just like, oh.
I don't know if I can marry you now.
Spoken to him still.
Yeah. Exactly.
Badass.
Yeah, so.
I love it.
But yeah, I have this, my right arm has like, I can't quite call it a half sleeve because it's not like down, it's not quite down to my elbow. So like, I don't know, quarter sleeve, something like that. I needed to like fill it back in. And so me, my mom, and 3 of my cousins all went down to a tattoo shop, and so all 5 of us got fucking Star Wars tattoos. And so I got that one, and then the other ones,
good.
They got, there was 1 Jedi Order, 2 Rebel Alliance,
Boo.
and then the other one wasn't actually a Star Wars tattoo, to be honest. I know, but the other one,
It was a butterfly, but that's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Your mom got a tramp stamp?
No, my mom, she had the tramp stamp, but it's a little faded from her earlier days. Yeah, the fucking 70s are crazy. So, anyways, no, she got on the back of her ankle. Back of her ankle. She got a Jedi Order. So that's pretty sick, though. So that was a good time. That was a good start to it.
Nice.
I don't know, like, Vegas, I guess. No, there was, okay, here's one thing. It's not really part of my week, but we got back in the day, we got an iTunes review for our podcast, right? Yeah. And it was like a 1-star review, right? And it said basically like, it was funny to me because it said all the things that I liked about the cast. Where it was like, alright, so, I don't normally review things, but like this podcast is so bad I gotta talk about it. And I was like, okay.
Good start.
And it said like, so these guys start off, and they don't even talk about magic for 45 minutes. And they got these stage names that don't even make sense. And during that 45 minutes and stuff like that, they just like talk about shit that just to fuel their penile influence jokes and stuff like that. And then when you get to the magic stuff, it makes it unreliable because they just sound like fucking teenagers and like, just a bunch of jokesters and shit like that. And, they say like, there's just nothing, there's no good magic content in this, blah, blah, blah. So I think we got that in like January or something. I was like, alright, whatever, fuck this guy. Cause like all those things, I'm like, yeah, you're totally right. This is all exactly what it is.
This is the honest review.
Yeah, this is why I like it, cause like we just have stupid ass humor.
Just replace that 1 star with 5 stars and it's a good review.
So that's what we got. So we got someone, I don't know his name, but we got someone that wrote the exact same review.
Right below
with
it?
5 stars saying, this cast is so awesome, I had to write a review about it. these these fucking teenagers, blah blah blah, with their penile influenced jokes, and they have stage names that have no meaning, and it's like exactly the same.
You just like copy and paste.
Yeah, copy and paste it, but change it all to be like, this is why it's fucking awesome. And it said like at the end of it, like, you got to take this podcast with a grain of fucking salt. Like, if you can get through the first 5 minutes of it, then you're gonna love the last 2 hours of it. Like, you just you gotta have a break from the rest of the other magic shit. And he gave it 5 stars. Like, it's exact. When I read it, I'm like, yeah, but I was thinking the same thing. Like, I want to write a review because I want to say the same things he said, but make it like that's why it's positive. Because we're just a bunch of fucking jokesters, and we're just a bunch of fucking noobs. Like, our
that's in the description of the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
We're novices.
Yeah, exactly. So it was really funny seeing someone write exactly what I was thinking. Read the other review and being like, but yeah, that's why it's fucking good. So whoever, I don't know his name. I couldn't pull it up on my phone, like iTunes and all that stuff, and the Shout Engine program I use to post it. Like, they don't allow that shit on mobile for like analytics. So, anyways, but shout out to you, sir. Like, good for you for fucking recognizing that first guy didn't understand what the fuck the podcast was. So yeah, that was great. Yeah, that was hilarious. I love that shit.
Nice.
I don't know. Other than that, I can't really think of the last 2 weeks. I had like I guess the party at my house.
Yeah.
Big old fucking party at the house. And I don't know. I don't even know, man. What the fuck else happened this last something?
I don't even know what happened like pre-Vegas.
That's what I'm saying. I've been working at this fucking house, my stepdad's house, electrical shit, and like, he decided to, instead of have like a project, he just decided to open the whole fucking house and make the entire house a project. Like, not
it's never a good choice.
It's a 3-bedroom, and 2 of the bedrooms he didn't touch, but like the hallway, the other bedroom, the kitchen, the front yard, backyard, all the living room, dining room, he just ripped like the drywall off of every wall, ceiling, like he just did like the whole fucking thing, like extension cords to the fridge from like the hallway, like the whole fucking thing, and it's just like, alright, this is what we're doing, like, can you help me? I'm like, of course I can help you, but this fucking sucks, dude. So I keep going over there, and every time I go over there, like, the work is so inefficient because I have to, like, figure out where shit is, where things are going. I don't, like, just throw in new stuff. I gotta, like, tear out old stuff, then throw in new stuff, and make sure it works by the end of my little work session so that, like, I don't know, so he has fucking power. So this guy's been, like, living with, like, no kitchen lights, like, no laundry lights, no living room, anything. His, like, TV's in his fucking backyard with his couch. Like, the whole thing is just a goddamn construction site, and it's a fucking mess because he wants to replace every line in his house to new lines. Which, like, I don't recommend doing that because, like, yeah, you want to ground, but, like, too fucking bad. Like, don't try to replace all your electrical in your house with new stuff. That is a pain in the ass. If you want to, like, get a new panel and, like, redirect some stuff and move outlets to, like, better play, like, add outlets or whatever, fine. But if you want to, like, remove every fucking outlet and every light in your house just to, like, replace it with new stuff, like, that is a waste of fucking money. And that's what he's doing, and that's what he wanted to do. So by the end of it, when it gets done, it's honestly gonna look amazing. But in the meantime, it's a big fucking waste of money, and I'm just, like, stressed out because of it. And I'm just, like, doing most of the work for free because he's a stepdad, you know what are you gonna do? He's paying me, like, here and there, but, like, it's just a nuisance, dude. Every time I go over there, I'm just fucking mad. I'm chiefing on the vape like crazy. So, anyways.
Well, at the threat of you guys moving on to Vegas, which I know you guys are itching to talk about, I'm just going to jump in here. My last couple weeks, I actually had hot sauce over. Same thing as his stepdad, just, ripped the house apart, made him do a bunch of work. No, I was just redoing a bathroom, and he helped me out through some new outlets and stuff in for me, so that was all good.
And by the way, when I was there, I was like, man, I kind of feel bad for Corey. He's been asking me for like one electrical thing this whole time. and then you called me up, and I was like, all right, why not? And then I was over there for like 4 fucking hours.
I know, but I should be podcasting under bright lights right now. Stadium quality lights.
Right? He came over, though. He's like, this is way better than Knife's project. Like, you're organized. You're a better guy.
Yeah.
First of all, you're a better guy.
Yeah. You're saving a couple things, but you're being nice.
Yeah. No, it was good, though. Got that knocked out. That's all done with. I made a trip up to the new spot where I'm moving up in Lancaster, Palmdale. Looked at a bunch of apartments. They were all shitholes. No places I want to live, so I ended up working out a deal with a buddy. renting a room. It's going to be cool. Moving up there next Thursday. So this
We're all very sad.
I know. I don't
This will
want
be
to
the last time you guys ever hear from me.
I'm so ready to get rid of your fucking ass. Fuck now. Finally.
Well, if I leave, you're never going to be able to beat anybody in Magic.
He's not wrong.
So yeah, that's me. Hung out with Sauce a little bit, living the unemployed life.
One thing though,
fantastic.
we didn't mention Kung Fury.
Kung Fury, yes.
Kung Fury.
We haven't talked
about it, I don't think, at all, really.
No.
Because it's been like a long time. I wasn't on the cast last time even.
So Kung Fury was kind of seeded with us by this David Hasselhoff music video called True Survivor. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to check that shit out.
Yeah, you actually need to pause the podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the thing
Pop
is with
over
that,
to YouTube.
here's the fucked up part. I gotta take that back because a lot of things in the video are in the movie. So there's a movie that came out. It's a 30-minute movie, short, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. And a lot of things are in the music video that are in the movie. So I'd rather, if you haven't seen it, go see the movie first, because then there's all this unexpected shit that happens, and they give away a lot of the good parts in the music video. But either way, both of them, if you're not going to watch the movie or whatever, at least see the music video. That shit is bomb.
It's just super epic. 80s, lasers, unicorns.
Yeah, it's like this guy was set out to make the most epic 80s movie of all time. There is no fucking way he did not succeed in that shit.
No.
It's like whatever
So over the top, it's
corny shit you like about the 80s, it is like that times 100. It's amazing.
Yeah, so Sauce and I were waiting on that one. It actually dropped while he was in Vegas. And I'm a dick, and I watched it like the second day it was out, and then I show up at his place. He's like, "We're gonna watch this," and I'm like,
about that.
let's watch it, man. But totally worth seeing multiple times.
Yeah,
you cannot get enough of it.
You can watch it over and over, man. It's like there's so much shit happening that you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss out some stuff anyways on the first viewing.
But like Sauce said, definitely check out the movie first if it's something you're interested in. If not, just get the music video. But the
song is insanely catchy.
It is super good.
Yeah, it's like
it's a Too Many Cooks for sure.
Too many cooks, dude, and you never can have too many cooks. Too much Hoff.
So yeah, I got to enjoy that with Sauce, just hanging out, playing a little Magic with Sauce. A little bit before the cast here with Jersey. That's me, man.
Coco, Knife, Sunshine.
Can I talk about the new dog on the last cast? Yeah.
Yeah, remember how Jesus loves to kill dead puppies?
Oh yeah, that's right. So my life has just been inundated with puppy attention for the past, ever since we got the motherfucker. So, got an 8-week-old bulldog, French bulldog, and so
Is that what that thing is? I don't even know what it looks like.
It was a dog.
Staring it in the face, I'm like, you are some kind of dog.
Yeah, it is just
Frenchie though? I thought it was American.
no, it's it is an English bulldog. My bad. Yeah. So
I didn't know there was such thing as a French bulldog. I was wondering there. I was like, okay.
yeah,
There is.
They're like terriers.
You can tell by the beret and the cigarette.
Baguettes.
they're riding Vespas and shit. So
Sit on your lawn!
So there's, I don't know if I mentioned on the last cast, but there's one good thing that came out of getting this dog. So my girlfriend's on disability right now. She's getting like hand surgery here at the end of the month. So she's just been not going to work, not doing much. So she's able to devote, all of her time and attention to the puppy. So, we put it in a crate at the end of the night, and it goes to sleep and wakes up 2 hours later needing to go piss or poop or something. So she wakes up, lets it out, comes back in, and the same thing again, like 2 hours. So it's like a fucking child, basically. And so, when I got back from Vegas, or maybe it was before then. Anyways, sometime, she was like, well, there's one good thing about me getting the puppy is that I don't want to have a child for a couple years now. Cause she's just like so frustrated with the puppy and having to like give it attention all the time. And so I'm like, bought myself some time. That's nice.
That's not bad. Let's see if that
By
works
the
out for
way,
you.
baby's a lot more
Dude,
intense.
she'll
than a
forget
puppy.
all about that shit when the dog just takes care of itself. She'll be like, "Oh, look at that, we got no."
I'll just buy another fucking puppy. I'm just gonna keep buying puppies.
You know she's gonna make you do it anyways. Well, let's go
That's
for
why
it.
I'm trying to get that puppy leasing company where you can just come in and you can just choose your puppy and have a puppy while it's growing and be all excited because of the puppy. Because dogs are all boring when they're full grown. You don't want that shit. Yeah, we go turn it back in. We go turn it into like some sausages or something like that. Whatever. And then you get set it up. You come in. Sausages. Fucking turn into dog chow. I have no idea.
Go to the glue factory.
Yeah, go to the glue factory, and then we get another puppy, and you just keep doing that rotation.
And then you get your sweet infant dog dick pic.
Yeah. New dog dick pic every 18 months.
Oh no!
Oh, that review was so right.
Spot on.
Applaud that, man.
But other than that, I've just been playing the same old games, trugging away on Neverwinter. And
Trugging away?
yeah, I'm really.
Trugging.
I just made up
Not
a word.
trucking.
Yeah, that's
Trugging.
just not trucking, not
Like
plugging.
slugging or
Trugging.
It's like
New word.
trucking and slugging, and
Plugging.
it's
Hugging.
great.
Hugging away at that shit.
Chugging.
kind of
Hugging-
bugging.
Yeah, it's bugging for show. But yes, still playing that game. Really enjoy it.
Oh my gosh.
God damn it!
PeppermintSwirl's over here like, what rhymes with bugging? Oh, I know, rape.
Yeah. All right, turn the B into an R.
I'm gonna have to edit this. There's too many inside
No,
jokes.
it's great. No, it's great. Who cares? Fuck them.
Write a review.
But let's just hop right into our little Vegas trip.
All right, I'm out of here, guys.
Yep. Take care. Bye then.
Yeah. Bye now.
So we left for Vegas on Thursday morning.
Yes, sir.
And we had a nice little road trip out there. It took about what, like 4.5 hours?
Like 5 hours, 5.5 hours.
5 hours, something like that.
Yeah, you go slower with all the roadhead and get back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. So
I should go faster.
yeah.
Makes me drive better.
It makes
dangerously.
makes me come faster. All the
Drive
adrenaline.
slower, come faster.
Is that why you shaved your beard off? Because you got too much goof in your beard from a knife here?
Nah, dude, no way. I'll
It crusted
shit
in?
there.
Wears it with pride.
Yeah, absolutely.
Egg sandwich.
So like a bird shit in your beard or something? Yeah, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
But we just listened to a bunch of podcasts on the way and listened to what the fuck is that podcast called?
Go on.
The Red versus Blue guys?
Oh,
Rooster
yeah,
Teeth.
Rooster Teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, Rooster Teeth podcast. I never really listened to it. Hot Sauce always talking about it, so it was cool to actually listen to it. And I mean, they basically just like shoot the shit and like kind of talk about stuff and just go on this weird tangent, and it's funny.
A lot like us then.
Yeah, well, they actually have like some respect for themselves.
No, that's the thing. If you get there's 4 people if you get on the cast, and if you get those 4 people together, then it goes down the fucking rabbit hole.
Because it's
But,
like
we
a
didn't-
rotating host, right?
Yeah, exactly. So like, there's a lot of people in the company. They probably have like 10 people that they kind of rotate around. But if you get the key people, which is, I mean, anyone that knows that these names are irrelevant, but Bernie, Gus, Barbara, and Gavin are the 4 people. Once you get them together, then shit goes downhill super fast. Because the girl is like, she'll talk about whatever. Like if people be like, you know, like when's the last time you sucked a dick? Like how that dick taste? And she'd be like, I don't care. Like she'll just talk about it. She don't care. And then all the rest of them just ask like really obscure questions. And then they just take that and don't stop. And it's just really funny when they dive into like weird topics. So they're better at it because they got, they just got a little more camaraderie with each other and shit. So anyways, yeah, it's a great cast. I totally recommend it. They get like 4 million downloads an episode.
Yeah.
Which is fucking insane.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
We're
It's
on our
like,
way, actually.
That's like Joe Rogan style shit, you know what I mean? I don't know who the hell else is like more downloads than
People
those
listen
people.
to Joe Rogan?
He has a podcast?
Yeah, Joe Rogan has, the Joe Rogan
UFC
Experience.
podcast, something like that?
No, he just is like, it's just him like interviewing people shooting the shit.
Yeah.
No UFC. He has like, same thing as like 5 million
It was
downloads.
like stand-up is pretty fucking hilarious. It's good.
Dude, he's very funny. I don't know what to say. He seems like a cool guy
I
too.
heard he's a really cool guy.
Which is weird. I had like stigma against him, but
I thought he was
yeah,
like a
he seems
super
really cool.
douchebag, like kind of.
Because of the UFC thing?
Yeah, for the UFC, but he's
seemed-
actually pretty
hearing
cool.
him,
Well,
I've
I've seen
listened
like
to
a douchebag before the UFC. I mean, he seems okay, but you kind of have that douchebag vibe. to
Yeah,
him.
but no, I've listened to some couple episodes and shit like that. Like when they have like certain guests that I like they had Rooster Teeth on there one time.
Nice.
And he's funny. Like he asks good questions and shit. It's good.
Yeah, so there's 2 new podcasts you can listen to. Have nothing to do with magic, just like us. So we got to our magnificent hotel Yeah, I don't want to name any names, but it rhymes with schmirkus.
Urkus.
And this is a horrible.
When we were there, so we were on, when we were on the way there, I was like talking shit about this hotel, and I could tell Corey's like, yeah, don't be so upscale, little bitch. Like, why don't you just accept the fucking hotel?
It's not like a Motel 6.
Yeah,
whatever.
he's like, dude, can't be that bad. Like, why are you talking so much shit about it? Like, just accept it. And then we get there, I'm like, see, Corey, Mr. Knifecity, you see what's going on here?
Yeah. So we go to wash our hands in the bathroom. Sink clogs up. Go to take a shower. Bathroom clogs up.
Yeah, like up to your fucking ankles taking a shower.
Yeah.
I just pictured the Mexico story with the shit.
Yeah,
the bed. There's shit going on in the middle.
It wasn't that bad.
I was like, it's not Mexico bad.
But there's like
it's close.
drywall that has like mud on it, but it's not painted yet and stuff like that.
I've
And,
seen
like,
And there's like holes in the wall.
Yeah,
Not like big
there's-
holes, but like
just
There's duct tape
things.
around them.
Yeah.
Glory.
Yeah, I know, right? I love those holes in the stalls, in the bathroom stalls,
Yeah.
in the men's
Well,
stalls.
the duct tape's good because it just doesn't hurt your dick.
No, it's safe.
Yeah, dude, it's good.
It's a little smoother.
Yeah, it's good
just
stuff.
imagine like the first glory hole. Like the guy stuck his dick through. He's like, man, this kind of hurts. It's worth it, but it kind of hurts. What can we do to enhance this
Yeah, yeah,
experience? And then
Fucking genius.
Yeah, and then he told his buddy, why don't we put
Put a woman on the other side instead of a dude.
why don't we put like duct tape? And the guy's like, oh, you're a genius, bro.
So you get that stall, I'll get this other one.
Yeah. Anyways,
Right next to the
so
Jason to each other.
Pioneers of the glory.
yeah,
Alright, let's test it out, bro.
Everyone's got to pioneer something, dude.
they had to get chafed dicks to, for the rest of us can have nice,
Duct tape guarded penis holes.
So
Well, I
anyways,
get really upset when the fucking bathroom stall has really wide separation. Like,
Yes.
we're like the fucking piece of whatever plywood or whatever that separates the stalls. It's like 2 inches thick. My dick is 2 inches smaller because of that. That is not fair. That is not fucking fair. You need for glory holes. You need to have like 1/4-inch plywood. so I look magnificent.
It's going to be like a big piece of cardboard,
Yeah.
that's it.
And I want the hole big enough so my balls can get through too. So people need to get on that. All right.
dude, pioneer, bro. Pioneer.
Figure it out, scientists.
Thought it was all figured out. Apparently not.
No. So, fucking Einstein over here, glory holes. So we just played Tiny Leaders, on Thursday when we got there. We didn't really do.
No, Thursday night we went out.
Oh yeah, so we played Tiny Leaders and then, we hit up Marcel from Brainstorm Brewery. And we got the address for the SVU house or
The HQ.
the SVU HQ. If you don't know what
Is that a
that
new, show on fucking...
Absolutely. SVU
that should be a fucking TV show.
Dun 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 dun.
He's on Law and Order.
But I don't give a fuck.
I know it's long.
I knew it wasn't that, but who cares?
I was wrong the second I said
So
it.
I want to bring it back though, because just so you know, the reason we went to Vegas was because of the tournament, right? It's the biggest tournament Magic's ever had, 10,000 players, Modern Masters too. But the guys from Heavy Meta, Brainstorm Brewery, and a lot of other podcasts, laying off a couple more.
Money Drop, right?
Money Draft.
Money Draft. What's that one girl on Nerds is from?
Direct Damage Cast.
Direct Damage Cast. Basically, a lot of podcasts with hosts that understand why Heavy Meta is a podcast. Understand what it takes to be that listener. Because if you listen to Heavy Meta and you fucking hate it, you should not go to this house because the people there are not going to be people you like. Even though they're all super, everyone was really, really nice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But the sense of humor is like potty. It's just fucking terrible.
Yeah, the sense of humor
potty.
is
It's like
potty, bro. Fucking potty.
I'm really good at these words. I'm a wordsmith,
One
bro.
word to describe this.
Yeah, it's fucking awful sense of humor.
So yeah, that
potty.
was half of the reason I wanted to go.
Exactly.
Is just to meet the other dudes from the podcast, and everybody was super nice. And the first night we were there, Sauce got in a game of Booze Cube.
Fuck yeah, I did. Well, they asked, they're like,
so
who's
fun.
Cube? And we're like, duh. He chose people right away. Raging Gumby, and Gumby's like, I'm like, I want to play. He's like, well, why'd you put up your hand? It's like, well, you fucking chose so fast. Why don't we get a voting or some shit, dude? And then someone dropped out, and then I got to play. I got to go in or whatever. Booze Cube's insane, by the way.
Yeah.
Booze Cube, those cards.
So bad.
You're drafting like normal draft. So you're passing the cards around, taking one, a standard draft. And the thing is, you get the 15 cards. Then you're like, I have to read every fucking card. I can't choose a card yet. Whatever's rare, whatever's common, none of it makes any fucking sense of what rare and what's not because they're all just silly.
Right.
So when I'm looking at like commons, I'm like, well, this is really powerful. I don't know, this is insane. So basically, it's if you haven't heard about it, or whatever, it's just Cube, which is make your own format, basically make your own metagame to draft with, and then Booze Cube means that everything relates to drinking beer or drinking
So basically,
alcohol.
they made their own cards,
Yeah.
and those cards have mechanics that make you drink.
Yeah.
I have a question for me. That's something I've always wondered about it. When it says like drink 2, is that like a drink 2 sips of beer, or is that take 2 shots? What does drink 2
It
mean?
means to take 2 sips of beer, basically.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Because they're like-
it'd be too much. Exactly. But that's what I figured, but it's always like, oh, is that what it is?
So the
You know?
drink is like take a drink of whatever's in your
Yeah,
cup.
beer
and
or
then-
like you want a mixed drink. If you, there is cards that say shots on it.
Yes.
Yeah, I've
So
seen
it'll
that.
say- yeah, so like one of the things I had was like a Mox Opal, like tap for as a 0 mana artifact, like tap for any color mana. When it comes into play, you have to take a shot. So like it's not just 0 mana. You have to take a shot, and you can't just take a drink. So like that had to work out. Which I just took like a lot of drinks basically because I'm not gonna fucking go get up after the game to go do it. So like that happened, and then there's like tons of like boost touch creatures, which is like when it does combat damage to a player, not to a creature. And I played like this blue-white control?
Yeah.
So I played like a blue-white control deck with it, where basically like it prevented them from hitting me with shit that made me drink, and like every time a creature attacked, like they had to drink 2 for every creature. Or like
propaganda.
Or one of them was like, the opponent's creatures do not untap. If you want the creature to untap, opponent has to drink 4 drinks per creature.
Damn.
So like that was one of those like 5-mana enchantments that when it came out, yeah, like the first, 2 turns, they're like, alright, fuck it, and they do it, and then they get to like turn 3 of attacking, and they're like, I can't drink anymore right now. Like, it was hilarious. It's just like, you can only play like 1 round of it, basically, because you will be fucked up by the end of it.
Oh my god. So I don't even remember these 2 dudes' names, but one of them, he like didn't really drink that much, and like he went out like game 1, right?
He went out he went out game 1.
And
Before game 1 ended,
He was face down in a fucking chair in the backyard.
Yeah, those like those lounge chairs, like by the pool.
Yeah,
he
okay.
was like just passed out in one, and his buddy, who was like kind of buzzed or whatever, like was trying to like help him, and then the dude just kept like rolling over.
Yeah.
So he was like face down, and his buddy was like, "No, fucking roll back," and he's just like, "Fuck it," like he's done.
So picture like a guy face down.
Infant not die.
Yeah. Picture a guy face down and then like the back of his hands like on his ass, just like full blown like he wasn't like resting on his palms or whatever, like using your hands as a pillow. He was just like so drunk that he just like dove into the fucking chair, arms at his side, just like face down, like all his weight on his head, like oh my god, really bad.
We've all been there.
So we did all that. There's
Speak for yourself on that one.
another card I wanted to talk about was Ice Cream Scoop. Did you hear about that one?
No.
It's Ice Cream Scoop is like a 1 mana like artifact that you like sacrifice or whatever, or something like that. And basically the game's all about like you're gonna get so drunk that you're gonna have to concede at some time. That's what's gonna have to happen. You know what I mean? Even if you're like the best of drinker like Heavy Metal, like sometimes you just like I'm too fucked up. So Ice Cream Scoop is like you play it, you tap it, like target opponent drinks 4 drinks, you lose the game. Like so you just like you tap out, like
Make them drink and then you
scoop. You're
you're
just
done.
like fuck it. You know what? Make fucking tap, drink 4. I'm out of here. Like I'm out of here. So there's like funny ass cards like that in there. It was a really good time though. I'm really glad to like have the chance to play with the Booze Cube.
Yeah, and since I don't drink, I was just kind of schmoozing around, meeting some people. Met this guy named John. He was actually pretty cool to talk to. And I also...
That was pork topping.
Yeah, his name is Pork Toppings on Twitter.
Yeah. Dr. Delicious.
Dr.
was
Delicious.
his name, yeah.
I don't know why. He was actually pretty funny. And I was able to de-virginize Marcel to Tiny Leaders. He had a deck all put together, but he'd never played a game, so I was able to
Mill the shit out of him.
mill the fucking shit out of him. Like I could see he had like some combo going on, and
It's kind of like the pod deck. Like
yeah,
the
kind of
pod
like the podless pod deck thing going on.
Like the counters and like the kitchen finks and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, they can't get -1/-1 counters and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I don't care. You're out of cards.
And all that.
Yeah, and I was like, whatever, you got like 10 cards left in your library, I don't care. And then I was able to play, some other guy borrowed a Merfolk deck from his buddy, a Tiny Leaders Merfolk deck, and I just stomped all over that, just game after game. In the last game, I just felt like such a dick, because I was just kind of like, you just got stumped again. Like, obviously I'm meeting new people and I can't, be my usual shit-talking self.
You really should, though. Because
But I kind of was,
Well, no, you did the thing. The thing you don't do.
Oh, okay, so I did that. Okay, so how not to be a dick? After you just, trounce somebody, after you just completely annihilate somebody, don't show them a fucking card that you had in your hand.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I had this.
There's been way worse.
And the last game, I had to. he had a fucking Merfolk deck, and I milled them out, and I was like, oh, I was at 10 life or whatever, and I was like, oh, by the way, I had this.
Okay.
And I threw down my foil Crypt Incursion.
Yeah, I was gonna say Crypt Incursion gotta be it.
And I was like,
Crypt Incursion gains you 30 fucking life, so.
yeah, and he just kind of looked at me like, you fucker. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry,
You ruined this format for me.
that's how it goes.
Yeah, so that was night number 1, Thursday. Got super, super drunk. I drive a stick shift car, and I obviously couldn't drive, so I'm like, nice. Guess what you're doing? You're learning how to drive stick today.
So I had learned how to drive stick when I was 17 or 18, and I learned how to drive stick in 5 minutes when I was drunk. And I actually did a very good job. Somehow, it was a Quickness. A Quickness had 2 cars at the time, and so somehow, both cars got away from his house. They were out in the wild in the city. In the city
They just
somewhere.
walked away from the whole
It happens, dude. It
I had to
happens.
corral him up. So at the end of the night,
How do you drive 2 cars at once?
I don't even remember how it happened, but at the end of the night, he was like, fuck, I gotta get both cars home. And I was hammered. And I was well, I'll drive. I don't know. So he taught me how to drive in 5 minutes in this little shitty parking lot, and I fucking made it to his house. It was only 5 minutes away, but still I made it there without stalling out or anything. So I know the mechanics of how, stick shift works and whatever. But I was just I haven't driven since I was 18, 10 plus years ago. So, and this time I was sober, which I think made it worse.
Very self-conscious.
I was thinking too much.
Thinking it.
Yeah.
The first, so I had him drive multiple times during the weekend because, you're a sober driver. So
I'm gonna use and abuse you.
So the first night was actually really good of him driving. The rest of the time was only okay.
Yeah.
I'll admit that it was still you got us everywhere we needed to go, but
I
it was
didn't
just
break
a
the
little.
car.
He was thinking too much about it or something like that, so he would stall out on certain things, and I was laughing. I'm but now it's day 3. What the fuck?
Yeah, you should be getting better.
It got worse. Yeah.
You regressed.
He got us there. And no, we didn't get close to any accidents. Or it was nothing sketchy about it. It was just funny that you were better on your first day.
Just don't get a stick, because if it gets any worse, you're just going to be blowing out clutches every day.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
and then Friday, what the fuck did we do Friday?
Friday we didn't do much. What the fuck did we do? I know.
Oh, so we just hung out, played Tiny Leaders, and then we went to the convention center.
Oh yeah, so we walked around because we wanted to see all the booths, just see what the hell's going on, because we never looked inside there.
Because there's a bunch of side events going on.
Yeah.
There's Artist Alley and all this.
They had a ton of Artist Alley had you can get a lot of shit signed, a lot of cards or whatever get signed, or you can buy the card with the signature already on there, which they're charging up the ass for. But they had that. They had
bunch of vendors.
A bunch of vendors, a bunch of play mats, people selling a ton of cards. We met up with pork toppings dude or whatever,
yep.
Mr. John, and he tagged along with us for 2 hours while we were there, and he gave us the hookup. He was telling us these are the places you need to go. Corey, Mr. Knifecity was looking for a certain kind of land, this Demir House. Swamp and island or whatever.
Yeah, they're
basic lands.
I don't even know if this is the NPR, Japanese MPS foil promo from Japan or whatever. For a year now, I've been looking for these basic lands on every fucking website I go to, and every place is sold out or they're unavailable, and then I find them on eBay or something for $40. I'm like, fuck that. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna buy anything, I'll want to look for those. And so Mr. Pork Toppings, who is old school Magic player.
Dude, when he showed us his collection that he just had in his backpack, we were like, fucking Christ, look at these cards.
Everything was either foil, signed, and in another language.
Yeah. Everything. And so he was looking at stuff, and the prices he was negotiating with people was kind of funny. Or he's what is that thing? nah, it's like $40 too high, whatever. And it's like talking about something that's like in the hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I'm like, holy shit, this guy. But he's a serious collector. Like, he got stuck,
Yeah, he is definitely a collector.
Yeah, he's a real serious
He just
collector.
plays like old school Magic.
Like he has like these, I think he had like 18 goblin tokens of like this one style I've never seen before, and he had them all signed by the artist.
It was
That's
from,
just tokens,
like, Unglued or Unglued, right?
That's probably, Unglued, I think, whatever, yeah.
I have the zombie from, it was Unglued.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
those
yeah.
things
Did it have that kind of like the portrait kind of deal around
Yeah,
it?
it did have that,
it's
yeah.
Unglued.
Okay, so that happened. We went there. We bought some playmats.
Yeah,
First time.
over at the Ink Playmats booth. I haven't got a playmat just because I was going to get a custom one, and then all the ones I see around they don't like jump out at me, so I never buy them.
Exactly.
So me and Hot Sauce were kind of like looking around, and like I said, nothing was really all that spectacular. Like, we just wanted like pictures and no like logos on it or
Yeah,
anything.
everything that has like the art from a Magic card all has like the fucking Magic the Gathering logo on there. And
Or, like-
fuck that, it's stupid. I don't
Yeah,
like
or like Wizards somewhere on it or something. Or like GP blah blah blah. We just wanted something plain. Or something without the logo. So I walked over to the Inked Playmats booth and I saw my playmat that I was gonna buy. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, I'm not gonna fight it. I immediately called Hot Sauce on the phone and I was like, hey, look to your 11 o'clock. You see me? Walk over here. Playmats. He was like, what? Why? Is it an emergency? I'm just like, walk over here.
Yeah.
And so, I got a Zelda playmat. It says, it's dangerous to go alone, tap this. And then it has little, hearts for the life in the little right hand corner. And, has the Triforce on there. And then, so it was 2 for
30.
2 for 30, so Hot Sauce got one as well.
Yeah, so I got one that was like basically like an architect's playmat. So it had like the blueprint with the like, I would say like centimeter space grid going on across the entire thing, and it had like cutouts for like where you put your creatures, your attacking creatures, your graveyard, your library. Like it had all the the rules as far as like how the steps and everything go, as far as like untap, combat, how combat works, how you declare a card, what steps you take when like paying mana while you declare that card, announce the card, and all this fun shit. And yeah, it's totally up my alley. I mean, I love fucking that kind of nerdy shit, you know what I mean? So
To step back real quick, actually, the playmat I just got, it's custom, it is from Inked Playmats as well. They had a sale, it's like previous weekend for like 25% off. I was like, okay, finally, time to pull the trigger on my custom mat if I have one.
and it looks great. I mean, like the sizing of it is like perfect. It looks really good.
I mean, Inked Playmats is probably the place to go.
Absolutely.
For like,
Quality's
not-
super good.
Would they print like a goatsy playmat? If
You're fucking right, they will, dude. Come
They
on.
better.
You get to upload the picture, and that's it. And then you can have them, you can pay some more money if you don't want to edit it yourself. You can have them edit it, and they show you,
right.
they send you a preview email, and they go, you
Done
go,
and
okay,
done.
good.
done and done.
Goddamn
Goatsy
right.
playmat. Here it comes.
Sexy.
So yeah, we just walked around, picked up.
I guess I know where the graveyard is in the goat. Right in the middle.
Picked up a handful of those Demir swamps and islands.
Yeah, would you pick up like 2 islands, 1 swamp, or vice versa?
I picked up 3 islands, 2 swamps.
Okay, yeah.
And so I spent $100 on basic lands.
Yeah. But it's sick.
That's like my new collectible thing. Is I want to just
Dude, they're
collect
super nice. They're
all of
like
them.
foil. They say the Demir house on it with like the
guild symbol.
guild symbol on there. They're super nice. Art's good on like the swamp for sure. Island's
Yeah,
pretty good. But the
island's
swamp's
alright.
better.
Swamp is definitely
Yeah.
better.
Well, I was walking around too, thinking, once he's picking those things up, I'm like, well, I gotta buy some shit. So I'm thinking about my Shuyan Tiny Leaders deck, which is already like pretty fucking stacked. But then I'm like, alright, well, what can I do better? So I picked up Sword of Fire and Ice from World Wake, I believe it is. So it's like the old school one that's cheaper than the Modern Masters one that came out. So like the art is not nearly as good, but whatever, it's the same, does the same thing.
Yep.
I bought a Celestial Colonnade, which is that blue-white tap land that turns into a 4/4 flyer with vigilance. And then I picked up this fucking, it's like Phyrexian Dreadnought. It's this 12/12 creature for 1 mana, 1 colorless mana, that basically when it comes to the battlefield, it's gonna die. Like it says, this thing, sacrifice this thing unless you sacrifice another creature with power 12 or greater.
Or creatures total to equal it.
Unless there's another creature with power 12 or greater, you have to sacrifice.
Okay, either way, it was, something, like, who cares what
Yeah.
it was, never gonna happen. But either way, for my scavenge deck that I have, you're able to scavenge that creature for 1 colorless mana, so any color I have left over, and put 12 1/1 counters on one of my creatures, which is like insane value.
Yeah.
The card's like $17 normally. I bought this janky fucked up. Like
been through
should
a
have
washing
not.
machine.
Yeah, should have not bought it. But like at the same time, you kind of have to because it was $5. Well, $7. I just picked it up and I'm like, and he's like, what would you do? I'm like, $5. He's like, how about $6? I'm like, how about $5? He's like, all right, take it. So, it's Jake. I mean, it's total Jake. But
no one else is gonna buy this piece of shit.
even like, I look online and like even TCG for damaged cards, it's like $11 or $12 for that same card. Yeah. So I scored on $5 because it's between damaged and heavy played. Because it's not like missing pieces of paper.
Not like torn in half.
It just got folded like over and over again. It's like, the edges got folded like crazy on it.
Isn't there a big crease down like the first quarter of the card? Isn't a big crease in it?
I don't know if there is or not.
A big white line. It seemed like a crease.
Maybe it is. It's just
like some kid put that in his bike spokes when he was little.
Yeah, basically. It looked like that.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, it's more of the damage than anything else. Yeah, besides getting folded. So we did that. So yeah, and then Friday night, that was all Friday, and then we just fucking went to go. Did we go?
We went to the buffet with John,
Mr. Pork Toppings, and ate the fucking shit out of that buffet.
Yeah, we did.
And then we went home and fucking crashed because the GP was next morning. So next morning, wake up, drive over to the event hall, whatever. You know, just standard thing. Go find our spot. Go sit down. Open our packs. I opened, like, basically when you open your packs, you have to look at them, write them all down, or they give you this, like, sheet that you can, like, check off everything. Well, that's sexy. And then you have to like, verify what's in the pack, then you pass everything that you verified to your right, and that's the person on your right's pool. If, like, for some reason you open up cards that, like, fuck that, I'm not giving this shit away, I want to keep it, like, you know, Tarmogoyf, whatever, then you just pick up the pack and walk. And then that's it, and you just don't play in the event. So if you want to keep the cards, you have to just do that. So the chick next to me opened up 2 fucking Tarmogoyfs.
And she didn't pass it to you?
Can you imagine? Yeah, wow. She was just like, she's a little Japanese girl. She's like, can we just... Is this good? Yeah, can I just walk away from the event if I pull something good? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, can I ask what you pulled? She's like, I pulled 2 Tarmogoyfs. I'm like, oh my god, 2 Tarmogoyfs.
Damn it.
Everyone at the table
Why didn't you grab that box?
Yeah, it was the one next to me.
God,
it was just right there. Fucking piece of garbage.
Close.
So, I opened up like $50 worth of stuff. I was like, whatever, so I passed it. Same thing, the guy gave me another like $50. He gave me like Cryptic Command and Remand and Electrolyze and just other general like, you know, $1, $2 nonsense. Built a blue-white artifact deck, same thing as what Knife actually did, even though ours were a little different. Just kind of like depending on what our card pool was, but I'm pretty sure we're going for the same strategy.
Right.
And I went 2 and 3. So that happened.
Yeah, I don't really remember what I opened, as in like what I passed. I don't think there was really anything too expensive. I mean, obviously I would have just dropped. Actually, I remember there was like nothing, like no good rares or mythics. So I ended up just passing it. And then
gave the guy total horseshit.
Yeah, so what they did was they, you know, you open it up, you write everything down, and then you pass it to the person on your right, and then they were just supposed to verify, and then like usually then you pass it again or you pass it back or something. But the announcer was like, so take your packs, and those are your packs, you know? And the guy across from me was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, because I had passed him my packs, and they were just complete garbage. So I had got past Spellskite, which is about $20, and then like...
Isn't it more?
Really? Spellskite for that much?
Well, I mean, the Modern Masters too, Spellskite.
No, it went down over 50%, I think. Okay. Or it was like $38, and now it's like $20.
Last I saw it was $40, so I guess it makes sense if it dropped now, but...
Yeah. Keep dropping.
So...
Everything dropped 50%, basically. Not like Tarmogoyf and Vanilla Click, but like everything else, including like Bitter Blossom and all that shit, they all dropped like... a pretty fair amount, like 40%, 50%.
After I pulled my first one, I looked at how much Tarmo was worth at that point, and it dropped like $30. And I'm like, well, I was already planning on holding on to it for a while, so hopefully it goes back up in price. Looked at it again like a few days ago, and it already went back up to like $150. I was like, whoa, shit, really? Yeah,
Tarmogoyf, that's kind of what happened last time, is that it briefly dropped and then it shot back up. But anyways, I had got Spellskite and then a bunch of like $2 to $5 cards. So nothing too special. So I was torn between like this blue-black deck or, like a kind of dirtily blue-black deck. But there was just so many artifacts in my pool that I just had to go blue-white artifacts. And I had Etch Champion, Spellskite, a bunch of equipment, and just a bunch of artifact dudes. And a bunch of my games I actually won on the back of that.
Edge Champion.
No, not Edge Champion. Because every time I played Edge Champion, they immediately got rid of it. So they would either get rid of, like, you know, my artifact at instant speed or, you know, whatever the case was.
A lot of artifact removal in this set. Holy shit.
So they definitely got rid of that fucker. But I won on the back of that. It's like 1 and a white for a 2/2 or something like that. And then whenever it's equipped with an equipment, it has +2, or it has first strike and lifelink. So
I faced that card and I was like, oh my god, I gotta get rid of that thing so fucking fast.
All my equipment was like, you know, +2/+2. So when I equipped it, it was a +2, or it was a 4/4 first strike lifelink. And for most decks, could not deal with that.
No, you can't.
And even if it was like back and forth, like I started winning that race so fast. But I went 4-3, and I'll tell you what card fucked me the most. It was that fucking 7/7 trampling worm that when it enters the battlefield, they gain 7 life. That thing was just, because I had like, you know, some kind of small artifact dudes and like, what was the one that the guy opened like all those foils?
Oh, I saw that. Rusted
Relic.
Oh, you opened he opened all of them, 24 of them?
So, so I had one of those, and that was like my biggest artifact. And so mostly everything was just like getting equipped with equipment. But when they dropped that, they gain 7 life, so pretty much outclasses most things I have.
Like a 7/6 trample or something, right?
Yeah. And then when it dies, they draw a card. So I would either have to trade with my Rusted Relic that was equipped, or just try and like win the race, which was impossible because like the last game I played, it was like neck and neck. I got him down, and then he busted out one of those.
So I had the same thing happen. I had him down to 3, and I had to kill. I had like a protection spell to like go through like his colored creatures, and he played that, went to 7. I was like, fuck, man. He had Bitter Blossom, so he's like dying on his own already, and then he just gained 7, and it's the same thing. I was just like, fuck, man. I was like, I had you, and now there's no way I have you.
So he dropped that. I immediately got rid of it. I think I arrested it or something like that, and I was like, sweet, you know, all my 3/3s and 4/4s and little 2/3 flyers or whatever can get through. Next turn, he drops another one.
Oh my god.
And so at that point, I had like run out of answers, and he just trampled over me. And I was like, hey dude, like that was a really fucking good game. And,
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
I hope you lose the rest of the round, man.
Yeah, but Spell Skype was saving my ass all day. That card is amazing.
What rarity was that worm?
It's uncommon.
I think it's uncommon, yeah.
It's uncommon.
So, yeah, I went 4-3, and for my first GP, I don't know, I feel like that's not too bad.
No, that was sick.
Pretty
You
good.
were 4-1 at one point, right?
Yeah, I was
4-1 and then lost the next 2. I was like, but, okay, so at 4-1, I was already out, because like, that's 5 rounds. I was 2-3, so I went out. He's at 4-1. We drove there together. I'm like, alright, well, I really hope you do well. But I'm also gonna be fucking bored because like I'm gonna be here for at least 2 more rounds, like minimum. So I'm like, I'm gonna go walk around for a round, see how you do, and then if you for some reason lose the next one, which I said I hope you don't, then I'll wait until the next one, and he lost the next 2. So I was like, I think I'm gonna go home, take a nap, and pick you up later, dude.
Yeah, we ended up both going back and just taking a nap, just because like. Competitive Magic is so draining. Mm-hmm. Not only is it Vegas and it's 100 fucking degrees, you're also playing like competitive Magic, which is mentally draining, and you're just sitting there trying, like stressing out about what plays to make and what they might have and playing around this and doing all these calculations in your head. Yeah. And plus, like between rounds, you barely have time to like eat or anything. So just like all day was just kind of like draining.
Yeah. Well, we got out of there at like 7 something, and we got there, or we woke up at like 7 also. Yeah. So I mean, that was like 12 hours of just like magic plus like walking around the hall plus just like waiting for the event to start and all this shit. Yeah. And we got done, and they had the SVU at not the HQ, but one of the other houses.
Right.
They had a fucking fat ass party, like the biggest one of the weekend, and we just couldn't go. Like we laid down, and we're like, all right, we're gonna sleep for 2 hours, and we're gonna fucking go. And then 2 hours came, we put it for another half hour, and then we woke up that half hour, and then Knife was like, what do you think about just staying home? I'm like, thank you for saying that. I'm so fucking tired right now. I'm like, I want to go party, but I'm so fucking exhausted right now. It sounds great. We slept for like 12 hours.
That was
plus,
a
dude.
great sleep.
Yeah, those beds
you guys
surprisingly
spooning?
comfortable. What up?
Were you guys spooning in this?
No,
this time?
I mean,
That's a good nap.
For some reason, we can only afford one twin bed. That was kind of.
What kind of worked out that
Yeah,
way?
leave it up to your
What
imagination.
happens at the GPs?
Yeah.
So,
Peter got stuck on, had to get a little naked with each other.
let me say a little something. In between rounds, I wanted to go get more foil islands because I was like, fuck, I got like another $20 that I really shouldn't spend, but I'm gonna spend. So I'm just gonna go find one. And then in between rounds, I went to go over to the booth. So I was like searching around because I had bought that one booth out. So I was searching around for other booths, and I finally found one.
What the?
There's zombies trying to
Oh,
break in.
no shit, guys. Let me have a shotgun.
So I finally found it, I bought it, and then I went back, and by the time I went back, like, the round had already started. And so when I sat down, like I think it was like 3, maybe 4 minutes had passed, since the round started. And so my opponent was like, you're late, so I'm gonna call a judge. And I was like, alright, so he called the judge. Judge came over. I got a game loss for being late. And I was like, I can understand, like, if I was like, I don't know exactly what the rule, I think it's like 10 minutes?
I'm pretty sure at 10 minutes.
10 minutes, I think, but I think at 5 minutes, like, they can give you a game loss or something.
Right.
I'm not really sure. Anyways.
It just seems like you're not playing a constructed, like, control deck where you need all that time. You're playing a draft deck that, more likely, you're not going to need the whole 50 minutes to complete a game.
Well, I
Or
mean,
play a match.
he was obviously a competitive player because he's going to try and take any angle he can to gain advantage. And, like, I can understand, but it was like 3 minutes, like, other times me and the guy were like shooting the shit, for 3 minutes before we started
Shuffling
playing.
up for a while, just whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, alright, whatever. I was like, kind of pissed because obviously we're like filthy casuals. Like, I would have just been like, alright, well, let's kind of pick up the pace since we lost 3 minutes. I'm not gonna call a fucking judge on you, you fucking dirty rat. No, so anyways, I proceeded to stomp the shit out of him 2 games in a row.
So that's what
I was so happy.
You're down a game, so like you can't lose. You have to just beat him 2-0 in that.
You get up and go, just fuck it, suck it, fucker. Or
So
something,
I had like this fantasy of just getting up, pulling my dick out, just like shaking it at him all aggressively.
Look at that big dick slit.
Doing the Loch Ness Monster, right? What is that?
Yeah, the Loch Ness Monster
yeah.
from penispuppetry.com.
Why would you ever visit a website called penispuppetry.com?
Well, now you're gonna go home and look up penispuppetry.com.
Top Google image search.
So you get the spotlight, right? You get the spotlight, and then you grab the bottom of your dick head. And you turn it around 180 degrees, and you go back and forth like a Loch Ness Monster to peek out of the water.
Yeah.
And stuff spotlight, it totally looks like it. That's it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Normally it looks like.
Yeah.
Spotlight.
Most girls,
You need a girl to look at
most
it.
girls think that's hilarious. Some of them do not. But anyways, so I just felt really good about that. Like I just stomped his fucking face in. Like I took kind of like notes, but not really great notes. Like some people like write down like, oh, he was green white, and then he played this on turn 2, and like I just wrote down fucking life totals, and I wrote down his name. And then, because, you gotta write, me, you, whatever up the top. Me, you. But if I look at my notes, like half the games, I just go up like 4, 4, 4, 4 from the lifelink guy.
Yeah.
And then they go down 4, 4, 4.
Yeah, 8-point swing is pretty vicious.
Yeah, so that card, I only had a 1 of in the deck, but it did a lot of work for me. And I had I think it's the 1 drop that, when it's equipped, it gets double strike. So that one was alright, but the lifelink one really, really brought it home for me. So yeah, we had fun on Saturday. And then Sunday, obviously, we weren't playing in the event. Did we? Oh yeah, we walked.
We played Tiny Leaders most of the morning.
Yeah, we played Tiny Leaders a lot.
Till 5 o'clock, I think. We ordered pizza from not from the hotel, like from a fucking pizzeria, like on the strip somewhere or off the strip. Like, we guys deliver? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, that's the whole point, right?
Fuck yeah.
So it took like an hour, but yeah, hell yeah, we got pizza delivered to the room in the AC, playing Tiny Leaders for like 5 hours straight.
Yeah, we were,
You guys didn't want to play any side events? Just didn't feel up to
Well, they're just expensive.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. I mean, Modern Masters one, like the cheapest one was like $60 or something like that, I think, so.
we're like $30 for the draft, $60
$30
for the
for
seal.
the draft, yeah, it was like the cheapest one. They were more than $30, but then like at the last day, they're like, well, we're just happy everyone showed up kind of thing, like here's our little promo, like $30 a draft. We're like, yeah, it's fine, but like, we're just gonna, whatever.
Yeah.
So, Sunday night, we played, well, we walked the strip.
Yeah, well,
To the Vegas
first
thing.
when we were playing Tiny Leaders, Sauce was testing out his scavenge deck, and so we kind of brainstormed on how to improve that, and I think with some adjustments it's going to be fucking ridiculous. Because it was already fucking great, and with like minus and plus 3 or 4 cards, like it's going to be ridiculous.
His scavenge deck's pretty good. I like
Yeah,
it. I
it's
like it a
fucking
lot.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I gotta throw some more infect in there to like, for the more of a surprise. You know
Right.
what I mean? And then, just make it a little better, I don't know. Some of the cards you just can't take out because they're too good, and then
Yeah.
you just gotta work with the rest of them.
And then we walked the strip for a little bit, and then I don't even know. Oh, so I don't even know what time it was, but I hit up Xenagos Blood Moon, which is one of the SBU guys.
Shout out to him, he was fucking awesome.
Yeah, he was fucking awesome.
He hooked you up actually with a Jace Bellerin
Yes.
promo,
Promo Jace Bellerin.
which is fucking like, he's just like, take it, dude. I didn't pay for it, just take it. And we're like, get the fuck out of here, you're amazing.
So I hit him up, and he's like, so some cards had been stolen from the house.
Fuck those motherfuckers.
Really?
Yeah, some cards have been stolen. 2 cards.
Cryptic Command and what?
Cryptic Command and Kiki Jiki.
Kiki Jiki,
From
right?
From
From Thursday night, that first night we were there.
So you guys stole it?
Yeah, of course I did. No, I was saying like,
Who would want Cryptic Command and Kiki Jiki?
I was saying like, that's like $40 or $50 or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can just fucking steal alcohol and like, that's more of it. Like, why even mess around with these little cards that are still on the table?
And the dude's fucking laptop was sitting right next to it. Like, if they really wanted to steal shit, like,
my backpack was there with all my shit in. Corey, I said he kept like his backpack on him most of the night, right?
yeah, I kept my backpack on me most of the night. I don't know, like it's an SVU event and we're all supposed to,
But that's what happens.
brotherly love and all that shit, but I just felt safer with it on me.
Right. And I was like, whatever, I just fucking threw it down
We
somewhere.
were drinking.
Yeah, I didn't even care. I found a purse, and I threw it next to the purse. I'm like, that's a safe place, right? Right. You better be going for the purse first.
So, yeah, some cards got stolen, so they shut down the HQ, the main house, so no more parties were going to be there. But on Sunday, I hit up Xenagos, and he said, yeah, it's cool if you cruise over. So we cruised over. It was like weird at first because it was not a party night. It was
people.
Sunday, kick back, relax, play casual games of Commander. Stop it! That echoed. So we were playing casual games, or everyone was just kind of just chilling out, and it was mostly the Brainstorm Brewery guys. So got to meet Corbin and
Jason Alt.
Jason Alt and Cripple Command, and yeah, that was it. And Marcel wasn't there.
Yeah. Played fucking Commander.
Yeah, we played a game of Commander, and we just got shit on with our
Yeah,
fucking...
I almost won. I got real close that first
Yeah.
round or whatever, but that was not only because I had like some good top draws. Like my deck, when I said I'm like I have a pre-con deck, or like a one that you just buy off the shelf. I change out 5 cards, like the rule for us, you know. And the 2 guys we were playing with, Jason Alt and what's the other guy?
Corbin Haas.
Corbin, yeah. They were both just like, oh no, because they felt like bad that they're gonna like play because their decks are like foiled the fuck out, massive combos. Like one of the Jason had like 26 lands on like turn 6. Like he had I don't even know, dude. He had some card that just like made him like cascade through a bunch of shit. I don't even know.
Yeah,
who
his
the fuck
commander, I forget what the name was, but he
Cascade
cascaded twice. And he could have easily just like beat the shit out of us, but I think, he was going easy on us.
knows. Yeah. But, yeah, it came down to some crazy top draws, and then like I had him down, and then I wiped the board, except that he had like this fucking 26/26 the vanilla creature that, how the fuck did that thing even get brought out? I forget.
I don't even
It
know.
was some gigantic creature that he got out. I think, it's probably equal to all the lands he controlled. And so,
Oh, yeah.
so that fucking happened, and then he beat me or whatever. But that was actually pretty fun. I was surprised. I was really drunk, so I was surprised that I was even like functioning properly.
You were drunk on Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you were drunk. So yeah, we backtrack a little bit. Getting there, our GPS took us the wrong way. So we went like 15 minutes, like 30 miles in the wrong direction.
The same place you've already been to, right?
Same place we've already been to. And then we're like, and he was drunk, and I wasn't.
I was getting mad. At the GPS. I'm like looking at the directions, and I'm like, how the fuck are we 27 minutes from the house? We started at 15 minutes from the house. What the fuck is happening right now? I'm like, this is crazy. We're on a freeway heading north when we should be going west. I'm like, what the fuck happened, dude? Like, how are we doing this? And it was very frustrating to me. And then what else happened? There's something else that happened.
Oh, your vape?
Oh, my fucking vape. The body of it got stuck together, so I couldn't release it to get the battery out, to change the battery. So I was getting super mad, just like cranking at it with my hands as hard as possible. I was like, I gotta borrow your vape.
And so imagine this. We park in front of the place, we finally get there, and then he like stumbles out of the car, just trying to get the fucking vape undone, and the spring and the whole bottom like falls out. And so like we're sitting out front with like the flashlights on our phone, and he's like stumbly bumbly, like hiccuping and very visibly upset, like very perturbed. And so I'm like, they're gonna like look out the front door and be like, what the fucking crackheads out here? Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then so it came to the point where I was like, dude, just use my vape, and then, we'll deal with this when you're sober and stuff.
He was like trying to control me.
I had to handle him. Like, here's a water, and then like, I don't even know what happened to the water.
I drank water for like the first hour I was there, and then I felt normal again, and then I started drinking more.
Yeah. And so, and then all of a sudden, Xenagos was like, hey, I got a box of Conspiracy, let's draft.
Oh yeah,
and there was perfectly 8 people there, and so we ended up drafting Conspiracy. I picked one, a foil Swords to Plowshares, and obviously, like, I wasn't gonna, like, he didn't charge us for the pack, so, like, anything worth money, I was just I didn't want any of the cards. I was like, this is just for fun and draft. But it's a very powerful fucking card, so, and then, so I went like this, what the fuck was it? The white-green. Like, green never works out in Conspiracy, but I finally, like, made it work. And I used the Conspiracy, whenever you cast, certain spell with a certain name, you get to copy it and cast it with new targets. So obviously I did Swords to Plowshares. Yeah. And I ended up sorting 2 of my own creatures just to gain life. Which I had like, multi-kicker green creatures, so they were pretty high up there.
Yeah.
But this one guy had the
Squirrel's Nest.
The Squirrel's Nest. And so I just kept fucking charging at him. He just kept making squirrels. And this other guy, he was like stuck on mana the whole fucking game.
Also his first time playing Magic.
No, it's not his first time playing Magic. First time drafting.
First time drafting.
He hadn't played Magic in like 20 years or something ridiculous.
How do you go to Vegas for a Magic tournament for that?
I think he lives there or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
What, his house?
Yeah. And then...
Super cool dude though, by the way.
Yeah, totally cool guy.
A lot of the guys are just super cool.
And so, the squirrel guy ended up killing us both and letting and I totally took out Hot Sauce super early because I was like, nah, I'm just gonna...
Yeah, I got stuck on mana like crazy, dude. So I had like a life linker that was gonna like save me, like a big guy. And then he just got, I don't know.
He got Tragic Slip.
Tragic Slip was I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my only saving grace, you piece of shit.
And so Sauce would have it, and then, the squirrel guy played a spell where, does damage equal to the number of creatures you control. So it killed both him and me, and the guy who was stuck on lands the whole game won.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, that was fucking funny.
So,
don't be a threat and hope for the best.
Xenagos let him keep the fucking foil Swords to Plowshares.
No, I didn't.
I didn't?
No, I gave him,
What did you get
he wanted to put it in his, legacy deck.
Did you get to keep something else?
He gave me a regular Swords to Plowshares.
Oh, okay.
And then,
you're right.
You guys were shooting the shit or whatever, and he's flipping through his binder, and he's like, pulls out this Jace Bellerin, and he's like, hey, do you guys want this? And it was like this foil promo one, and it was like, I would call it slightly played, but it's still like in really good condition. He was like, yeah, I got it for free, it's just been sitting in my binder, so you guys want it? And I was like, sweet, I'll take it, I'll replace the one in my Tiny Leaders deck, so, in like 5 years or something, I can pass that off, pay it forward to some fucking random dude.
So they also picked up a Dak Faden in the
Yeah.
draft. Nobody played it actually. I wasn't in the guy's colors, but that still scored.
That box, was money.
Yeah, that box was money.
Yeah.
Because Dak Faden, soil swords, a regular
Soil swords.
soiled
Soil
swords,
forwards.
foiled,
Forging the soil.
I just soiled my Ford.
a foil and a regular swords and plowshares.
Silverado? Is that
Silverado.
Silverado.
I don't suck dick.
Then there was just a couple other cards, like Reflecting Pool and some other $5, $6 cards. So he made out like a bandit on that box, and plus it was just, we had a good time,
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
And then, that was pretty much Vegas.
That was pretty much Vegas.
It sounds like the hotel room and then the dude's house was like more fun than the fucking GP.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely. That's like why we went though.
Yeah.
The GP would I don't know if we would have gone, even though it is like the biggest event, and you get like the foil Grizzle brand and the playmat and blah blah blah. Like it was cool for sure. Like it was actually a pretty well organized event, and like the vendors were all cool, and
And we
it was very
saw
fun.
we saw Sprinkle there. She was dressed up as Avison. She's like a MTG cosplayer.
Yeah,
I feel
And
like good in pictures.
Yeah, she was smoking. I was like, "That's Sprinkle? Holy crap, she is hot!" That Avison.
Did you ask her if she's
costume.
walking to her car later by herself?
You walking your car by yourself later? Don't mind me. I'll just breathe heavy over the corner.
exactly.
But yeah, like Sauce was saying, if the SVU didn't have those houses, I don't think we would have gone, because that was literally half the reason why we went, was to just go hang out with those dudes. And it was super cool for them, not really knowing us,
That's awesome. They invite you and
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Proxy Guy was there. There's a lot of people there. There's some of the other artists that were there. What the fuck we got? Durfington.
Yeah, I
He
got-
signed your. You drew a dick and come out of the. Anyways, go on.
I brought my heavy meta tokens with me, and so Durfington drew a big old cock on the TSG token, and then Kevy signed a token, Gumby, and I didn't get a chance to have Maddie. He was kind of
But they had foil. They had tokens on the pool table. They were already pre-signed, so I'm pretty sure it was kind of grab one if you want,
yeah.
So I got a set too. Corey, Knife fucking hooked me up. He's like, "Hey, here's want these?" I'm like, "Yeah, duh."
So yeah, it was definitely cool. Them not knowing us, pretty much just kind of I've interacted a little bit with Heavy Meta on Twitter and a little bit of Brainstorm Brewery, but they don't fucking know us, from anybody. So it was just cool for them to open the doors and say, "Hey, it's cool, come kick it," and that's kind of what the SVU is all about, and drinking, lots and lots of drinking.
Yeah.
I was kind of I wasn't tempted to drink, but when we first got to Vegas, when we first checking in the hotel and everything, I was I kind of felt like drinking just because that's what you do in Vegas.
Yeah.
Last time I went to Vegas, all I did was drink. As soon as we crossed city line, I was opening a 6-pack in the car because you can, And so,
This is about drinking and cocaine, dude.
yeah, so that first, there was crocaine. Don't even ask.
Don't even ask.
Don't even ask.
Cocaine, bro. They missed the fucking GP. Those motherfuckers, dude. They're up all night.
They invented a new game called Crocaine, but go ahead and listen to Heavy Meta for all the details.
I'm sure they'll tell you all
If
about
not,
it.
you gotta tell me later, because that sounds, I don't know what it is. But if it involves cocaine, it sounds fun to me.
They had a lot of fun. Let's just say that. So hey, there's this guy on Twitter just sent us a message or whatever, or just tweeted at us. Watermelon MTG.
Oh, yeah.
If Lance Could Kill is the greatest podcast ever. So funny. Makes my 2-hour round trip commute so much better. If only they casted more often. Sir, shout out to you, but we do cast every week. Just this past month, we have been slacking like
hit a little bit of a lull.
Yeah, he
diarrhea.
followed me while we were casting, and I just followed him back. Maybe he was some dude I met and I don't remember or whatever. But he sent back a tweet, "Motherfucking Knife City with the follow back. Knife City, you are the man."
That is bad.
Those statements are true.
All true.
Up in the air for 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's so cool that they fucking opened the house up, though. I would imagine if there were any group of people, I would open up my house or something that too would probably be those like-minded people.
They also raised they were charging $5 whenever we were doing an event for each player, just for charity, and they raised $1,600 for Children's Hospital or something like that.
Yeah, the guy, I think it was the guy who had the second house. I think it was T Moles. I'm not sure if he was in charge of it, but I saw a picture with him.
Yeah.
T Moles. They raised a bunch of money for Children's Hospital, which was totally cool.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, like,
we're talking about that.
yeah, we're
in the
assholes,
build-up,
but like,
they're
hey, you know, why
talking
not?
Yeah.
Gotta help out the kids, dude.
They were gonna try to give them a bunch of like free cards and stuff, but the hospital said no, you can't do that. So then they came up with the money-wise charity to give to them.
Probably because the cards have like violence on
Different
them.
chance.
and-
Well, no, that and then the chance of like any kind of disease going to like these kids who are already bad situations, and and then violent stuff too, and
Yeah.
things like death touch and things like that.
Yeah,
The kids
yeah. You don't want.
Yeah,
Never mind. We're just stopping this right now.
Smallpox.
That was a card in conspiracy, and I don't. There was such a good sentiment, and we were about to just trash it.
Go on.
Okay. So shout out.
We finally found the line, how we don't cross the dying children line.
No, as soon as we turn off the cast, I'll make those jokes. But I feel like
I hear you.
We had like such a good moment in the air, and then
feel good.
Yeah.
Feel good moment, and then we're gonna
and we just rawr, you know.
that
But anyways,
That was sexy.
yeah.
Do it again.
that was pretty nice.
How about like Sims to Plowshares?
God damn it.
So I would close the cast right now.
We can't end on that note.
We gotta take a break on that one.
So there's one last thing I wanted to talk about, which was MTG Origins. We actually found out the origins of the Planeswalkers, which I do not have them up right now. So I will mumble a little bit while I find them.
So we got more time though. Let's we gotta talk about the Goyf Gate a little bit, right?
Oh, Goyf Gate.
Don't
Let's
even mess around, dude.
fucking bring up the Goyf Gate.
So what's his name? You remember his name?
Pascal
something?
Pascal Maynard.
Yeah, so that guy, Pascal
What kind of
Maynard,
name
yeah.
was that?
So,
I think he's French or something.
something like that. Oui.
French
So-
Canadian.
So he
even worse.
made top 8, right? In top 8, they already have all the cards opened up out of the packs, and they stamp them with like a top 8 little logo or something like that, or something that represents top 8.
Well, it's sheep or whatever kind of item. Or
So they have the stamp on there, and then they go ahead and draft. And his first pack opened up whatever, or maybe I don't know which pack it was actually, but it had a foil Tarmogoyf in there with the stamp, and he drafted that as his pack or as his first pick for the pack. And
wasn't it passed to him?
I
think
don't.
so.
No, it was pack 2 he opened it.
But it's
Yeah.
pick 1, pack 2.
Pick 1, pack 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So it wasn't those colors at all.
So yeah, he wasn't. He drafted. He rare drafted. He didn't draft a card that would make his
Burst
game
Lightning.
any better. He was supposed to draft Burst Lightning,
Yeah.
right? That was the card that should have been the best.
Yeah, he had
of
it.
the pack.
He was drafting a red-white deck.
Right. So and also Tarmogoyf just isn't that good in limited. Simple as that.
Yeah.
But
money.
yeah, but it is money, and I mean already that card is worth like $400 or $500 being a foil Tarmogoyf. But then it's the only one of its kind with that stamp on it. I mean, like the value is really there, and a lot of pros basically shamed him for drafting a rare. Like as far as not playing the game properly, like you're not drafting in a way that would make the best deck.
Hurting your chances to make worlds and the chance to win the GP itself.
Yeah.
And the purse money for that, $400, $500.
Exactly. So he got shamed on, and everyone else in the community is like, yeah, but how the fuck do you pass up a card that pays for your GP and 4 GPs in the future?
Your whole Vegas trip.
Yeah, your whole Vegas trip. Like, how do you pass up on something like that? It's the only one of its kind. Also, like, who the fuck is not going to pick this card up? Like, yeah, you take one hit from the draft or whatever, but like, this is important. Not everyone's like, I mean, there's all kinds of points you can make about it. Not everyone's fucking made of money. The pros, a lot of them get cards that are just like they borrow to play, and they have a lot of like their trips paid for from previous things, and
Either their sponsors
yeah.
lend them cards or they borrow cards. Like they don't need to be going out and buying cards from their, shitty minimum wage 40 hours a week job.
right, and that's what the most of us are. It's like hard to afford a lot of Magic cards, and this thing just helped him out so much, and could maybe like I said, get him to another GP that he couldn't have afforded, before. And it was just this whole fucking thing, and so he posted it up on eBay to sell it, with half the proceeds going to a charity. I don't remember which charity.
Magic players helping other Magic players. I don't remember,
Yeah,
the name.
I think it's like
for.
sending kids to college sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Helping,
so yeah.
Gamers helping gamers. Things
Yeah,
like that.
Gamers helping gamers. There you go.
Kids go to college now?
No, can't do it. Nobody can afford it. So they had, so he put it up on eBay, and the card is Up to, I mean, what? We could look it up right now, I guess. Probably up to like $18,000 right now.
So what had happened was somebody was trolling him on the bid, so they were upbidding it, and they were not.
No, we could say
planning.
It's fucking Guru MTG.
Yeah, Guru MTG, that cunt face, was upbidding it and never planning on paying for it, and he ended up telling him, like,
he sent him a private message.
I'm never going to pay for this. Like, I'm full of shit, and I'm never going to pay it. And then he was like, why are you doing this? And he's like, because I can. And so what eBay did was they reset the bid back before he started upbidding it. So I think they set it back down to like $16,000, which is still ridiculous.
Yeah. It's at $15,569.69. And when we first started seeing this, like at one point it went to like $20,000 before this whole issue happened, before they filed a claim about him cheating it.
Right.
So it was up to like 109 bids. Now it's back down to 87 bids, getting rid of all his bullshit upbidding.
Right.
Not fucking people over.
So it's back up to about $16,000.
Yeah.
$16,000, man.
Big chunk of
For
change.
one guard, but it's, it's charitable. That's awesome. The guy's making money. Like he picked it. Like I think he just deserves every bit of it, man.
50% is $8,000. That is twice the amount of money that the first place player got.
Right.
Because the first place player got $4,000.
Yep.
Which a GP this big, that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
Really
you got to go 1 out of 10,000 people and you only get $4,000.
Like, not even worth my time.
Absolutely not. Like SCG pays out fucking more than that for like some other events. You know what I mean? They pay out like 5 to 10 some events.
So I just want to go ahead and shame some pros right now because they are total crapheads. Owen Turtenwald said, "You disgust me," at Pascal Maynard, GP Vegas.
Who likes Owen?
Fart on that
Owen.
You disgust me. There's people who cheat at Pro Tours. All he did was draft a foil Goyf, and he said, "You disgust me."
Owen
Wasn't he one of the guys
pug-looking motherfucker.
Giving outs and not being harsh on the cheaters too?
I don't even
I
fucking
remember
know.
seeing some of his tweets, and some were very awkward tweets from Turtenwald.
Also, where was it? Reed Duke, I devoted my life to Magic. It's very disappointing to see that one of my peers would sell out for so little.
I didn't know.
To a certain point, nobody could have pictured this thing going to 16 grand. And I think what he was talking about as well, just to give him a little bit of seeing his side of it, just a touch, give a little bit of devil's advocate, is they were also discussing the fact that it hurt his chances at making worlds and getting that much more money and that much more intense from the game and stepping further into it, and then the chance of not winning GP at that point. They're thinking, okay, this card's gonna be worth like $500. You could have won $4,000 if you drafted Burst Lightning.
Right. So another good point was somebody brought up, is Burst Lightning worth $500? Would you pay $500 to have Burst Lightning in your deck?
No.
No. The answer is no.
Because I'd probably lose the top anyway.
If it was a regular Tarmogoyf, probably just take the fucking Burst Lightning. But a foil Tarmogoyf, $500, you're just gonna pass the dude to your right, to your right.
And they're not gonna shame that.
Yeah, they're not
That's
gonna.
the fucked up part. That guy's gonna be like, second pick, third pick, he's like, this pack's kind of garbage, I'm just gonna draft the fucking rare.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen. It's not going to go down to the 5th fucking pick just because no one's playing that color or whatever. No fucking way. Someone's going to draft it eventually because we're looking at this pack's garbage. I'm just going to go ahead and draft this shit. Why not?
So it's funny that some pros say he did it for the money. That's such bullshit. A lot of pro players play Magic professionally, and that's how they make money, is they professionally play Magic. Or they write about Magic, they stream about Magic, they play Magic. You're making money off of Magic, so what the fuck is the difference of whether you draft a foil Goyf or whether you write an article about some shitty fucking legacy deck?
You're doing this, you're making money either way on Magic, and I agree with you. What's the fucking difference of that?
Because he wasn't 100% try hard, he was only a 98% try
Exactly.
No shit,
and it's that's such bullshit elitist mentality. That's one thing I hate about gamers, that's one thing I hated about myself at one point in my life, is just that elitist mentality is such obviously, there's something within the person who's being elitist that they're not comfortable with, that they see in the other person, and that's why they're not okay with the other person. I don't know. That's what I feel like. They see themselves an earlier version of themselves, and they're like ashamed of that or something. So I don't know, I'm getting into some weird fucking like psychological shit.
Yeah, it makes sense what you're trying to say.
You're not an elitist. You
always
are better than everyone else.
Well, I mean that's true.
It is if you act like an elitist asshole, though. If you know you're better at something, you don't need to brag about it. There's nothing to compensate for.
Yeah, you don't need to show them the card you had in your hand.
Yeah.
Come up the next turn.
I just want to be an asshole.
Let's get down to brass tacks.
And bro, you see how much better my deck is than yours? Oh man, how sad it is you playing that
I
deck.
just wanted to troll him. That's
What's that
just
voice?
It's my salty,
Salty Jamaican.
Middle Eastern.
Knifecity Elitist.
That's a good one. I'm gonna make a fucking fake account for you. That's gonna be great.
Tweet all kinds of douchebag comments all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and like just be super salty over Moto, and then screen cap it and shit like that, and just posting it on there. Like, oh, this guy sucks. He's so salty.
Man.
I hope you're gonna go 2-1, or you're gonna go 1-2, bro. Good job beating me with your shitty deck, bro. Oh yeah, check out that fucking Twitter handle. What is it called? Salt MTG or something like that. What the hell's it called?
It's called hashtag.
What's it called? Do you know?
I don't remember.
Caitlyn
Salty losers?
Salty Losers, maybe is what it is.
Not the Facebook 4 deal.
No, it's a fucking.
No, I know, but I mean the quote you just did about you're gonna go 1-2 that deck, bro.
Oh, there's a lot of them that say that. I should say that much. There's a lot of them that say that shit. And that Twitter handle, they just keep posting pictures, screenshots of Moto, whatever, and everyone is like so fucking salty. Oh, nice deck, bro. Yeah, that fucking deck. Oh yeah, nice top deck, blah blah blah. Like they're just so salty over like the most basic of wins. It's so sad. But the most common one is like they lose game one, they're like, oh, sweet fucking deck, bro. I hope you go 1-2. Your deck's fucking garbage. Blah blah. I hate it when newbie fucking Magic players, whatever, get lucky or blah blah. It's like
Fucking button masher.
Yeah.
Well, MTGO is like the fucking Pacific Ocean, just a sea of salt.
A few of them were like, I sent in a thing to Magic. I know you're fucking cheating, so I reported you to Magic. I reported you to Wizards.
Really?
And it's like, shut the fuck up, dude.
I reported you to my mom.
Yeah.
Exactly. Where's the meatloaf? Mom, there's someone cheating on the internet.
So, when it comes down to it, the whole Goyf thing, like, honestly, it's nobody's, it is people's business because it was, like, live streamed, but really, it's nobody's fucking business. If he wanted to take it, then fucking take it.
Yeah.
99.9% of other people would take it, and then there's those other douchebags who are just, like, they're above that. They're above rare drafting, which is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
So anyways, let's move on to MTG Origins. We did get some news about this. There's 5 Planeswalkers that are going to be appearing in MTG Origins.
Domri Raid?
Not Domri.
Fuck, I don't care.
Not the Domri.
Lost my interest.
There's no green or red.
No.
It's 2 black, 2 blue, and 1 white.
So, they revealed, the Planeswalker's home plane and the first, plane they walked to. So we have Gideon. It was just recently revealed that his home plane was Theros, which is, I think, kind of a cop-out because he wasn't a card in Theros to be played, so it was just kind of like, oh, he fits in the Theros kind of like theme.
Yeah, the hero, soldier,
yeah,
whatever.
So let's just
no one likes Gideon anyways. Continue.
Yeah. So his first plane he walked to was Bant. We have Jace. His home plane was Vern?
What? Let me see that word.
There's like too many consonants in a row. Vrin?
Say Vrin. That's fine.
And
you're really bad at trying to pronounce words from Magic games.
I'm the worst, so.
And then the first plane he walked to, of course, was Ravnica. Liliana, which was a big surprise, her home plane was Dominaria, which was
the home of Dominatrix.
Exactly.
The original Dominatrix.
So that was the original plane in Magic.
Domri. Oh man.
Maybe that's where we went to.
Plane of Domri.
And her first plane she walked to was Innistrad. Chandra, her home plane was Kaladesh. Somebody verify these words I'm saying.
Yeah, that's about right.
Kaladesh.
Yeah, those are definitely letters.
And then her first plane she walked to was Regatha.
Arugula?
Nissa, her home plane
Cabbage
was
to arugula.
her home plane was Zendikar, and the first plane she walked to was Lorwyn. So it's given like
Who was the last one? I missed it.
Nissa.
Okay.
So given a little bit of flavor, they're talking about how they're going to, in this article on Uncharted Realms on the Wizards website, they're talking about how they're going to step forward in telling the story of Origins, because this is like a big thing. You know, this is like a main talking point and good place to tell like the Magic story. So,
especially being like the supposedly last core set.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be
A good send-off, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be a good send-off, and I think they're going to put a lot more into the storyline than previous sets.
Did you see the supposed release Chandra?
Yes.
Yeah, so there was a
Do we know that it's
We
for
do
sure
not
fake?
know either.
We
way.
do not know it's true or fake.
It
And
reads okay.
It reads okay, but it just, I don't know.
I don't really think it's real either. I mean, we could be wrong. Knife, you think the same thing.
I don't think it's real.
I don't think so either.
I don't want it to be real because it's kind of shitty.
Chandra's always been kind of shitty, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think I've ever seen a really good Chandra. I don't think there is a good Chandra.
Yeah, when people play it to go like zero it to like exile one card, you're like, well, then okay, that's not the best thing, is it?
Ultimate's not that bad. Every person, every other player, if this is real, gets emblem after whatever. Every upkeep they lose like 2 life or whatever the fuck it was. It's hard to read.
Yeah, I didn't like read any of the ability. I read like the first ability and I was like, okay, that's bullshit. Like how she transforms, I'm like, that sucks. That's fucking crap.
A little different.
So, like compared to Liliana, how she transforms, like having to cast 3 red spells in one turn.
I read it like that too. If you look at it again though, it says
Not quite that. It's more
you tap her for 1 damage. You tap her for 1 damage. Then you cast a spell. It untaps her, and then if you have a way to get an attack, you can attack with her for 2 more damage, and then that's 3 total damage, and you flip
You can attack with her for 2?
She's a 2/2.
She's 2/2.
Oh, that's right.
Also, it's only 2 spells because you tap, then you cast, then you tap, then you cast, then you tap.
Okay.
And there's two spells to 3 taps.
I totally forgot she was a creature. So we'll see. I mean, that makes it a little bit better in my mind. But we'll just have to wait and see and not hop up on the speculation train. All I want to
It's real. I got it.
All I want to say is I hate MTG Lion. I don't know why. I was on Twitter and somebody posted a link to a video about the new Chandra.
I'm not the biggest fan of him either.
And I can't stand the guy. Fucking
his explanation of why I thought it was real was just retarded. He didn't have any real talking points or good real things to say, like backing wise of why he thought it was real. He just throwing out his opinion, which is fine, but he made it sound like this is for sure real and this is why. It's like, nah.
Yeah. Like, we fucking just spout out opinion, but we preface the whole cast with saying we're a bunch of fucking noob idiots, where, I don't think he has such disclaimers.
But our opinions are always right, though.
Yeah.
We've never been wrong.
I don't think I've ever been wrong in my life.
Yeah.
Wow, elitist.
That is correct.
Just,
Bunch of fucking elitists.
this is the elitist table.
Ryke
I'm
would
sorry.
You know what, guys?
Fucking rare
I'm moving away. I'm never coming back to this podcast.
So be it, man.
Too elitist.
Okay.
So, shout out to everyone who made it to GP Vegas. It was awesome to meet all those people. And if they do continue this Modern Masters thing in Vegas, I definitely want to go next year because it was just shitloads of fun. But I'm definitely getting a separate room from Hot Sauce because
Too much spinning.
he snores in his sleep and it's
A
horrible.
lot of farts.
A lot of farts.
And then the fans like blowing it past my bed to you.
He
so.
snores with his ass.
Yeah,
not
he
stop.
snores with his ass open. Man, we got quality jokes on this
Yeah,
cast.
the best.
Oh,
Bro's best
speaking
potty.
of farting,
Go on.
I got off the elevator in Vegas,
that's funny as shit.
and there was these like teenage girls, like
3 teenage girls.
yeah, they were on the elevator with us, and I got off the elevator and like I took 2 steps away from the elevator and just kind of bent over a little bit and farted really loud, like one of those.
Doors still open?
Yeah, doors.
I aimed it into them while he
Well,
was
like
still
I was like slightly out of view, but like just out of view, and just let it go. And then you hear them like giggle, and then as soon as the doors close, they just erupt in laughter as if it's like soundproof doors.
I totally hear them, yeah. Really? We were also
That super
dying.
annoying girl laughing in packs.
So
like
we were
that.
dying though too. It was actually really funny. There's other shit that happened in Vegas, but yeah, we pretty much covered. I'm sure. Yeah.
So I think that's it for episode 39 of If Lance Could kill. If anybody has any suggestions for some noobs knowledge, or how to not be a dick, or
how to do this cast as well.
yeah.
Whatever you want to hear, so the topic you want to talk about.
Yeah, send us some feedback, let us know. Or if you have any 1-star reviews you want to throw at us, they'll be hilarious. But yeah, I'm Knifecity.
This is Ryke.
Samhain Crow.
That's us.
PeppermintSwirl.
Goodbye forever, PeppermintSwirl.
So sad.
Goodbye forever.
Candlelight vigil.
Set my soul, it's gonna set my soul on fire. Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so get those stakes up high. There's 1,000 pretty women